What's up, guys and gals? My name is Jacob Summers, and I'm here to introduce you to the first ever episode of the Homer Sports Podcast, hosted by myself and my best friend, Skylar Powdermaker. In this episode, we're joined by sports enthusiast Denzel Hudson. We are here to talk about the playoffs, the football playoffs, and the Cowboys' inevitable run at the Super Bowl. So if you like talking sports, kick your feet up and enjoy. And we are here to talk sports, and mainly Cowboys, because that's what we like and care about, and that's the only thing we talk about is shit that we care about.
Yep.
So, Denzel is an Eagles fan, but since his beloved team did not make the playoffs, he's here to talk Cowboys today. So thanks, Denzel, for being here. All right, so let's get into it. Guys, what do y'all think about the regular season and how it shook out?
It still feels like a dream, honestly. It feels kind of like we're living in the future right now. It's totally different, but it's more than pretty much every Cowboys fan ever thought it was gonna be without Romo.
So when you say living in the future, do you mean like you're surprised how fast these rookies have taken a hold of this thing and just...
Yeah, I feel like we're watching the future like right now just unfold.
100%.
Yeah, there's just so much entails with Dak and Zeke in the future, even beyond this season. Like we're looking at...
And it looks like both of them can take a hit too, which is something that's new for Dallas fans
we haven't
to see.
Seen them slowing down. There was no injuries this year holding them up, so it's full speed ahead right now. It's just a train, and I don't see much stopping it.
And speaking about the rookies, we also have some rookies on the defensive side, and the defense has been almost what's kept this train rolling at some points of the season. With Sean Lee, I know he's not a rookie, but he's one of the arguably my favorite linebacker in the league, arguably one of the best.
He's definitely the facilitator.
But the rookies I'm sorry to interrupt, but the rookies out on the corners too. Yeah. That Anthony Brown kid, he's been putting on a show out there.
Brandon Carr and C.J. Wilcox have been having a great season. Same for Morris Claiborne. He did have the injury, but they've been playing good for DBs.
Yeah, Claiborne is back too, so we're not sure if he's going to be, thanks to how well Jones has been doing, we don't know if he's going to fill that spot again. Probably will, just because of sheer experience alone.
And contract money.
Yeah, and just, even like the sophomores, we have Byron Jones has made tons of improvements since last year. He's brushed up on his rookie mental mistakes. So I feel like he's going to be someone that we keep around for a long time. And back to Sean Lee, he really is the facilitator of that defense. He's a huge reason why we lead the league in run defense right now. Very important for him to stay healthy. He's getting tons of snaps. So everything seems to just be falling in place right now for this team.
On the Sean Lee note, and then we'll move on. A lot of buzz around Dallas about him missing out on the All-Star break or the All-Star game. Even if he would have made the team, I don't want him going and playing in that game. We have a Super Bowl to win.
Yeah.
What are people complaining about?
We need to keep our eyes on the prize. Just don't play him. Just as long as he's healthy, I'm happy. He's had too much of a rocky past. We just gotta keep doing what we're doing. We need to not change anything.
Okay, so we're talking about how the Cowboys are young and they're going to be good for a really long time. No doubt about it. I agree with you. I think we both are in agreement on that. But is this season, this year in particular, in the NFL, how it shook out, is this the perfect time for the Cowboys to run into all this success? The real powerhouses of the NFL seem to be shaky this year. I mean, Green Bay has turned it around, quite frankly, in the last half of the season. But as far as the rest of the league, it doesn't look as daunting. The playoffs don't look as scary as they have in the past.
Yeah, I think that a large part of that is just due to just how different the league really is, and especially the week going into the playoffs, things are totally different. There are 3 teams without even their starting quarterbacks. That changes things indefinitely.
That's not even in y'all's division. Y'all don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting at. Like, at the same time, though, it's really the same thing for the Cowboys. We either have to play the Lions, Seahawks, Giants, or Packers. We're used to that.
No Seahawks. We don't have to play Seahawks. I mean, maybe not in the first round at least.
Yeah.
Maybe if they keep winning. Which, let's get into that actually. The possible matchups for the Cowboys. Quite frankly, I think it's going to be the winner of the Giants and Packers game, which is shaken up to be the best first round game, in my personal opinion, that we're going to see this weekend.
Yeah.
If the Lions can somehow pull off the upset against the Seahawks, and a lot of people think they can. I don't want to discredit the Lions or Matthew Stafford. I love that guy. He's from Dallas.
Yeah.
Shout out to Matthew Stafford. I fucking love that guy. But I don't think they have what it takes. The Seahawks have just been there. They're veterans. And we'll talk about that. But
Seahawks haven't lost a playoff game.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Period.
yeah, let's actually get into that. Let's talk about that game.
They just go to Super Bowls, man. And Russell Wilson just knows how to get it done. And they're in Seattle, and that's just such a tough place to win a game in, let alone a playoff game, a wild card game.
Yes.
So it's gonna be a tough game.
Especially
Seattle, though,
keep going.
they're struggling, man. Their defense is struggling without Earl Thomas back there. They've been letting up a lot more receiving yards, a lot more points. But at the same time, though, Matthew Stafford, he has a fucked up little finger, so I don't know if he's going to be throwing good balls that game, or if he's going to be throwing dead ducks like he did against Green Bay last week.
And if he can put that ball on point, with the Earl Thomas being out and the secondary of the Seattle Seahawks being in desperate need of help, that could make it an interesting game.
Yeah, I think it really is. And that plus the Lions, just that's a very frustrated team. They haven't been good for a little bit. They got screwed over last time they're in the playoffs. I feel like they really want to do something this year, and just for them being in a wild card game alone, where they really should have just cruised straight into the playoffs at the rate they were going. I feel like they have a lot more to play for and a lot to prove.
9 out of the, I think it was 10 or 11 game. No, so 9 out of the 10 games the Lions won. Matthew Stafford just came back in the fourth quarter himself alone. So you can't really ever doubt out the Lions at this point. But at the same time, if they don't establish a run game, and if his finger really is that much of a threat, then...
Which I don't think it will be. He's
Exactly.
a tough kid.
Matt knows how to get it done.
Yeah.
He's very good at the fourth quarter comeback. That is for sure.
But to that point, that's in Russell Wilson's nature at the other helm, and that he's the fourth quarter kid. He's the comeback kid himself. He's not one to go away in the end of the game, especially when it matters.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in the game, and he's gonna be doing everything he can.
Yeah, he's going to be doing what Russell Wilson does. And yeah, the Seahawks, man, they're unpredictable, but I think they're a lot more predictable in come playoff time, because we've just seen what they're able to do. And I would quite frankly be pretty shocked to see them go out in the first round.
Okay, so with that said, let's go around and put predictions. Scott, you basically said Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Seahawks on this one, just based off their track record in these situations. I feel like it's safe to go with the seasoned veterans on this one.
You want to put a score on that?
I'm gonna go I'm going to go 24-17 Seahawks.
Okay. Denzel?
We'll go 35-14 Seattle.
Okay. I will also say it's going to be probably pretty high scoring. And I'll say I think it's going to be closer. Let's say 2021 Seattle.
Okay. Might come down to Prater versus who does Seattle have? Hauska?
Yeah.
It might come down to the kickers. You never know. And both of those kickers.
Hoshka proved he's not really reliable.
Yeah, they're both.
They're both aged, right? How old are those guys? They're up there.
They're old enough to not be consistent.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know my kickers very well. Granted, I might be talking out of my ass. I just know about Darren Bailey. Well, let's get into the more interesting game on our side of the divisions. New York Giants, the New York Football Giants, and they are at the Packers in Lambeau.
Man, this is going to be a damn good game.
Firecracker.
These two teams have a history in the playoffs in Lambeau. This is certainly going to be a good one. I really do think this game might come down to a field goal because it's just always good. And New York loves to win on the road in the playoffs. They love to be the bad guys, man. They have that mental set regardless of how shitty or whatever their regular season was. They know how to get into the playoffs, and once they're in the playoffs, they are a thorn in your side because they know how to squeak out wins. Eli gets ugly wins, and that's just New York football.
Well, talking about that history, Skylar, New York has the history on their side. Like you said, they've beat the Packers twice at Lambeau in the playoffs in recent years. Or not recent years. I actually do not know when those happened. But
2007. Brett Favre's last playoff game. I remember I was a pretty big Packers fan at the time. They had the Giants had that field goal to end it. Tom Coughlin.
well, with that field goal, that helped Manning's record become 5-0 in the playoffs. He's he knows what to do in crunch time.
Yeah,
But he is indeed a fucker, Skylar. I agree. I'm in that boat. But Green Bay's red hot, man, and Aaron Rodgers is the dog himself.
Yeah,
I try to get him every year in fantasy. He's my man of the league. I fucking love him. I would much rather have him over Tom Brady. I know people are gonna hail on me for that, but I don't give a damn because I think Aaron Rodgers has a cannon.
Aaron is just always a hot potato around this time of year. He's so red hot right now. He's on a seven game winning streak, something ridiculous like that.
And the way he's winning these games too.
He's just a laser, and he's good on his feet too. He can bounce it outside. He's just an all around threat, and you just don't want to face Aaron Rodgers.
No.
You don't.
Well,
but at the same time, man, the Packers don't have much of a run game. We don't know about Eddie Lacy right now.
And the defense of the Giants.
Eddie Lacy.
Let's not forget about the defense of the Giants, though. They're also red hot.
Extremely hot.
But Pierre Paul is out.
So
That's the top one of their best defensive lineman and easily top 5 in the league.
okay, but what were we talking about last night, guys? The secondaries, the corners.
Yeah. But dude, you need someone like JPP to put pressure on Aaron. If he has time, he's gonna tear that D apart.
That's true.
But yeah,
You got to get in. They have to attack Rodgers 100%. Just like if the Cowboys play the Packers, which I think it probably is going to happen. We got to get to Rodgers, man.
I think we might play the Giants.
Okay, so with that controversy, let's go around the room And you think the Giants will win?
It's a toss-up, and especially for it being in Lambeau, but with the Giants being so good away in the playoffs, it's hard to. I don't know. I can just see it better. I can just see it unfolding like that, and I think New York's defense is just gonna pick the Packers apart, honestly, and just have a huge defensive game. But I do think it'll be a close one for sure.
All right, put a score to it.
I'm gonna say. Fuck. I'm gonna say 28-24 New York.
Okay. I'll say 21-28 Packers. Can't bet against Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. I know that Manning has the history, but he's due for one.
17-14 New York. Eli does not lose in the playoffs. He's red hot.
Damn.
Just think, every time Eli goes into the playoffs, he has deep receiving core. Always. And he has that this year. I don't see him losing.
His receiving core, and OBJ just wants to. He wants it, bro. I think he wants it more than anyone else on that field. I might be saying that because he's obviously more animated about it, but he really shows that he wants it. And he shows up every game almost. He's always just there, and
same with Sterling Shepard. Shout out to him. He's a rising star for sure.
Yeah.
Rookie out of Oklahoma. He had a great season. I don't know,
flashes. Man. He might.
They got the vet Victor Cruz.
So Janoris Shankin on.
Janoris on OBJ?
No, on Jordy Nelson. Talk about it. Who's gonna win that matchup?
Jordy.
All day, every day.
Jordy is Aaron's #1 receiver, man.
Okay, so how do y'all think the Giants are gonna win?
Well,
if Jordy's breaking free on long bombs from Aaron.
It's not gonna happen every
the whole
play.
game by himself, man. It can't. They're gonna have to.
Well, who's a better corner than who else are they gonna put out there to stop Aaron?
Here's the question: who's gonna stop OBJ?
Well, in the secondary, they'll just slide over Haha. Is he weak or no? He's strong.
Haha can't catch OBJ. Once that man catches the ball,
man, Haha, bro.
Once OBJ catches the ball, open field, Haha, OBJ. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, you can't let him catch the ball.
It's like
you can't let him.
That's a 100-yard dash run for OBJ to.
Yeah, I think OBJ
catch a quick 70-yard
at least a guaranteed touchdown. One touchdown in that game, at least.
At least.
Dude, what the fuck is up with the Packers D-line? What's going on with Clay Matthews this year? He's been pretty good lately these past.
They're playing him at
games.
linebacker right now, I think. At least in most of the game I saw last.
I feel like he's been a little bit quiet this year. And if Eli's one of
He's
those
been playing really
quarterbacks
good these last 2 games. I know that for a fact. 100%. I haven't watched a lot of Green Bay Packers throughout the season, but these last 2 games I have watched.
Because if Aaron Rodgers
turned a corner.
Eli makes it. I'm sorry, I said Aaron. When Eli makes it to January, he's hot. I don't know what it is.
It's going to be a good game. A firecracker, indeed.
Best one.
And I, quite frankly, don't want to play either of them as the Cowboys. I'm rooting for the Giants. Or not the Giants, the Lions to win, even though I don't think they will. I wouldn't put money on it.
We've just had the Giants number.
No, they've had our number.
I mean the Lions.
Number, yeah.
I meant the Lions. Yeah, dude, we've just been crushing the Lions. But the Packers and the Giants are both scary, but I really don't think there's anything we couldn't do.
Who would you rather play of the two, Giants or Packers? Being a Cowboys fan, do you take... First of all, which one do you think is better on
They're
paper?
both equally
On paper. Not get the mental, get the records and the histories out of it, and just put them in a different uniform too. Just on a different field. Which team is better? I'm taking the Pack.
I'm taking the Packers.
Okay, but we all know the history between the Cowboys and the Giants.
Yeah.
So,
dude, they're both kind of just like.
do you take the better team on paper or the team that you can't for some reason beat? And they know that, and you know that. And then the Giants, New York Giants, they'll certainly be thinking in the locker room going into a game against us, oh, we have their number. We've already done it twice.
They're gonna do it 3 times. Come on now. What y'all? They know they have something they're doing that they know that they can put pressure on Dak. Those 2 games y'all lost against New York. Eagles, that loss doesn't really matter because y'all were going to the playoffs. Those 2 losses against New York showed that they have something that they are showing that they can shut Dak down. Dak, 2 picks. Come on now. Lights out every other game. Comes to New York, 2 picks.
I have faith in Linehan.
Dude, I don't know.
I have faith. I think he's an offensive mastermind.
Third time might be a charm.
Third time is a charm.
I don't think...
Zeke, that man's a beast. Can't put nothing past that guy. You don't know what he's going to do.
I think we figure him out by the third time.
Beasts across the board. At every position, we have beasts. Every position.
Saying Dez is a beast?
Yes.
Fuck out of here.
And Cole Beasley is one of the best slot receivers in the... He is probably the best slot receiver in the league. And T-Will ain't too bad himself.
2 wheels straight.
So, shout out Louisville. What's up, parents? Hope you're listening.
Striped. But Dez can barely run routes. Man, looks like a fool. He can't catch, though.
But, alright, so, who are we playing? Who do you want to play? The Giants?
Yeah.
The Pack. The Giants. You want him again? Fuck it. Let's take him.
Fuck it. Give me the Giants again.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to go against Rodgers. He'll tear our defense up.
Or they might pull another Dez didn't catch it.
Or Odell might catch it with 2.5 fingers again.
Gosh.
But I don't think that will happen. I have faith in my boys. So, let's talk about those boys. Quarterback situation. Dak Prescott in, Tony Romo out.
Dak Prescott out. Tony out. Sanchez in. Put in Mark. Start him. Got to keep Dak and Tony fresh for the Super Bowl.
All right.
Because they're switching off every play. We're running hurry up and they're switching every play. Dak and Tony, flash mob.
Whatever you're smoking, Sky, don't pass that to me because I almost threw up when I saw Mark Sanchez run out there in a Cowboy uniform.
Mark Sanchez is a 4 a.m. piss drunk Del Taco burrito. He is what you don't want. And he is a waste of money.
How much are we paying him?
$2 million.
$2 million.
$2 million?
$2 million for Mark Sanchez.
1 for every interception.
That's dope.
That's the best job. He's making out like a bandit.
Yeah.
That's better than bank robbing right there, man.
God.
And he gets to live in Texas. I hope he doesn't get comfortable in Texas and stays. Just see him at the grocery store.
He might retire,
He should.
I don't think he's gonna be able to find work after that game against the Eagles.
Canada. He can play in Canada.
I
wouldn't mind that.
Anybody can play
Just the
Canada.
butt fumble. I don't think he's gonna be able to find work after that display. And just
Somehow Jerry thinks.
that one play. I mean, that one drive with Romo really just showed how shitty Mark
We are
Sanchez
shitting on Mark Sanchez, but he did have his years.
Where?
He had his years.
Where? The Jets?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Come on now. You led your team to the AFC Championship twice, and you lost to Peyton Manning.
Who's you?
You, Santonio Holmes, LaDainian Tomlinson. They had a stud defense, a young Trent Richardson, who is a fucking tank on the field. Like, come on now. LT is a Hall of Famer.
Okay, but
Santonio Holmes caught.
Good for
got
Big
Big
Ben.
Ben
That's not
another
Mark
Super Bowl.
Sanchez. That's not Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez is trash.
Mark Sanchez was on that team, and he was winning. Throwing dimes.
Alright, Denzel.
And they had a young Darrell Revis.
Okay,
Come on.
cool. Exactly. All the
Why'd you
reasons.
say- why'd
Those
you
are
say
all the
LaDainian
reasons. Thanks for
Tomlinson?
naming all the reasons
They
that
had LT.
Mark
What?
Sanchez slid by
But dude,
for a few years in this NFL.
Denzel, I'll make sure to get you a Mark Sanchez Eagles jersey for your birthday.
Ah, that's the last thing.
Yeah,
Damn,
we're talking
Christmas
about the
just
here
slid
and now, though. I think we need to stop talking about him because he's just not important. But on another side note, I don't like whenever he talks to Dak. I don't want him, I don't want him to be able to talk to Dak or give him any thoughts because I really do think he's a curse on that bench. He's an omen on the Dallas Cowboys bench. He's a playoff curse. He's just chiming in the background. And
How much because they break off into team meetings and then position meetings. How much actual FaceTime does Dak have to deal with Mark Sanchez on the day-to-day? Too much, that's obvious, but over, under, at least how many hours? I mean, they're watching film together. These guys.
I just don't like whenever, like, in game, whenever, like, Mark has a tablet shoved in Romo's face and he's drawing something, I'm like, no. I'm like, don't do that. Yeah, so with that final game against the Eagles, I think it was fucking awesome what we did with Romo, letting him just get one drive. Sorry. Letting him just get one drive. 'Cause, dude, that just skyrocketed his value, man. We let him get one drive, and it was just a clean, just all completion. It's just solid, crisp. Like it was beautiful, and I think that was a huge sign that we might be trading Romo here pretty soon.
100%. I think he's gone.
You think that's smart?
Yeah, I think it's the smart thing to do. But because I think it's the smart thing to do, I think Jerry might not do it. Just because I've learned to expect the unexpected when you are a Dallas Cowboys fan. But I would love to see him. As much as I love Tony Romo, and I do love him.
I do love him, man.
He's from Illinois. He went to Eastern Illinois, which I have family that went there, and it's a cool school. And I got love for him, but I think he's gonna want to start. And we've made it apparent that Dak is our quarterback from now on in the future, and why not? He's a rookie. Like, come on, guys. So I think he's gonna go, and I think that he might go to the Forspoken Jets that we were just talking about.
Really?
Yeah, I think either them or the Broncos.
See, I was thinking Broncos.
He'll land in Denver for sure.
I hope so, because I don't like the Broncos, but I like them a lot more than the Jets. You'd root for the Jets?
Yeah, Broncos for sure.
I don't know.
I like the Peyton Broncos. But, dude, I think with all this time for him to think about it and all this time on the sideline, he might just be like, fuck it, I'm going to retire.
I hope so.
He's like, I'm old, like, Like,
Think if he gets a ring, he'll retire?
I think he just wants that fucking ring.
Dude, you know what I hope he does?
That's one way to
And
retire
Romo, if you're
right there.
listening, just retire from football and just wait a couple years, man. Work on your golf game and join the senior tour.
Yeah,
Like,
and save
come
your,
on,
save
man.
your,
You can still
save
compete.
your back and your
Yeah.
shit. Like, save yourself.
Exactly.
Because that's gonna, that
football hurts.
football hurts, man. That shit's gonna linger for like the rest of your life.
What are the odds Romo's listening to this? Probably like
At least 3 to 12
3 to 12 what?
odds.
Yeah.
Like
I would say
4,
3 to 12 odds.
25%.
25%?
Yeah.
I say about 10,
10.
but it's
10.
cool.
That's not how odds work, guys.
Apples to oranges. Yeah, dude. So, how about fucking Dak, man? What is up with this guy? Who is this guy?
Well, he's from Louisiana, right? No, or Texas. Is he from Texas? He went to school in Mississippi. That's the only reason I knew him or knew of him before Cowboys was because he was at a Mississippi school. And he almost won a Heisman there too.
Well, he's got. It's just so weird to me, man. He's him and Zeke paired up together. It's like straight up brothers, dude. Like these guys look like they were just two pieces to a puzzle. Like they mold so beautifully together.
I agree.
Both are. Zeke is a massive run threat, and Dak can run too.
And Dak is just beyond his years in
Wisdom.
intelligence, football intelligence, and it appears just like cognitive, just being there, just mentally there, man.
Yeah,
He's a bright
got
guy.
A good head on his shoulders for sure.
Fuck yeah, man. He's who you want leading the offense,
Yeah.
and he's always calm, cool, and collected.
Are y'all really going to say this after 1 year?
Yeah, 100%.
1 year.
100%.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna?
I like him.
Do you think he's gonna be like what's his name, RG3,
No.
and have the
no.
soft? That's
These two just
No,
crush.
I like Dak, but it's 1 year. Give him some time. Yeah, he's looking all right.
Give him time to what?
He's
Get
looking
worse?
good. It's not
He's
going to
looking
get worse.
great, man.
I
Good.
see it right now. I see him as a Colin Kaepernick.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
disrespect.
he got it. Tony got hurt. He comes in. He shines with
That's
a great
disrespect.
team around him.
Was Colin Kaepernick ever in contention for MVP?
Yes, he took his team to a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
He
but
did do that.
he did do that. But fuck Colin Kaepernick, bro.
I'm not putting him in this. I'm just saying. Can't give Dak too much credit, but I do like him. He's young. He is ahead of his years, but that's what I'm saying. Would you put all your faith in Dak already and get rid of Tony? Or what? Because 49ers put all their faith in Colin and toss Alex Smith to the Chiefs. Check the Chiefs out. Look at the 49ers. You got Chip Kelly as your head coach.
Oh no,
That's a fucking shame.
Chip is probably seen his last days in the NFL. Okay, so have we all agreed that the Cowboys' best matchup is indeed against the Giants? Or obviously the Lions, if the Lions can have that prayer of winning that game?
We haven't talked about. Yeah. No. Yeah.
What haven't we talked about?
No, we're good. So yeah, we were just talking about this Cowboys offense. We have Dak is just gonna. We really like what? How do we know that Dak is gonna do well in the playoffs?
We don't. We don't.
How do we know that we won't see Romo in these playoffs?
We don't. And that'd be chill. I'd be cool with that.
If Dak starts doing doing shitty, do we put in Romo?
Yeah.
What's the
Well,
threshold?
definitely. What is the threshold? That is the magical question. Interceptions, I think, is the way, or fumbles, turnovers
Yeah.
is the way it has to happen. And I'm not talking about
Is Dak still
bad
on
handoffs.
a short leash at this point in the season?
No, definitely. It's been
The
established
leash has
that the leash is very long with this guy. That's been surely established. Just by him playing.
I think if he
Whenever
goes,
he didn't have to, and we had everything locked up. We had the bye week. We had home field advantage locked up, and he's still playing.
yeah,
The leash is as long as it gets. It's his team.
yeah,
But there is that threshold.
yeah.
I think it's between 2 or 3 interceptions.
I think if he throws 3 picks before the half, we'll put in Romo.
So you're saying it has to be in one half.
Yeah,
I think 3 picks, like even if he has 2 in one half, and then the third pick comes, I think we're seeing Romo. And then if Romo wins that game, I think we're seeing Romo start the next week. Maybe.
that would
I don't
be
know.
very, very interesting, and that would be
crazy.
very crazy. Yeah.
It's what Jerry Jones hopes for, or at least has publicly stated, which is absolutely crazy. We haven't talked about Jerry Jones a lick. That man.
Okay, so
That man deserves his own episode. What were you gonna say, Scott?
So is Zeke someone that we just think as automatic at this point,
I certainly
like
Do.
Iron Man?
not Iron Man. I don't think he's
Because
invincible. I don't think he's injury. I don't think he's like can't get hurt because anyone can get hurt.
But we look past it so much because he just doesn't stop. Like we don't
I don't want him
even
to
think
stop.
of the possibility.
When he's in, this is how I look at it. When he successfully gets the ball into his hands, I know for 100%, like he's giving 100% the rest of that play. That's what I know. I know until that play's over, we're getting 100% from the running back's position.
Yeah,
If he gets hurt, then that would be a shame, and by God, I hope he doesn't, because he's one of my favorite players on this team now. Not even rookie or new guy or any of this. Like he's become a cornerstone of this team. He's a staple of the Cowboys.
yeah.
He's become a
if
brand.
we did have to, the good thing about it though is we do have spare tires. We have McFadden and Alfred Morris, which are both mediocre, pretty solid running backs that'll at least keep the engine going, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's always this team is just so stacked. Like Dak goes out, we get Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Zeke goes out, we get Alfred Morris and Darren McFadden.
Mm-hmm. Not
We
to
have
mention
Lance
Lance
Dunbar,
Dunbar, who's just
Fast as shit.
and just can catch
Yeah.
out of that backfield. He's a receiving threat out of a backfield. It's amazing.
So we just
He's
have
yeah.
reinforcements at the ass.
We do.
With our line, any mediocre running back is like.
Let's
is a
talk
damn
about
good
that
one.
line. Tyrone Smith suffered an injury, and he's my favorite lineman. He's arguably one of the best. I know a lot of people would throw Leary and Free in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have a lot of Pro Bowlers, but Tyrone Smith, left tackle. Do you worry about that injury at all, or do you think he's a tough guy and he'll be able to boss his way through it?
I think he'll be okay. Tyron Smith has just been an animal all year.
Mm-hmm. And in past years, he's
I
don't remember
he's-
ever him being a problem, staying off, not being able to stay on the field.
Yeah, he's a machine. He does not stop. And I follow his Instagram. Actually, he's very super determined. I don't see this is just his life, man. His head is on so straight right now, and he's made it this far. I don't see him stopping for any minor injuries.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear.
But yeah, dude, we have Zach Martin up there. Just these linemen just don't stop. Travis Frederick, like they're animals, dude, and they're always going to be there, and they're always going to be creating holes for Zeke, and like it's the best. And they're always going to be making it possible for Dak to bounce it outside.
Awesome. Well, all right. Well, I guess we are done here, and we will wrap it up. But it is Friday, January 6th, and we will try to get this edited and posted up hopefully before tomorrow morning, before the games start. But if not, as soon as possible. And thank you for listening.